Are we live?
Welcome to another episode of Behind the Black Stage. I am your host, Roddy Harris. I'm going to be joined by my co-host, Krista Collis, and also upgraded from guest, now full-on jobber, Margaret. What's going on, Margaret?
What up, bro?
You got to go through the stages, man. You gotta
I gotta go through the stages. I'm a full-time jobber now.
He's graduated.
I have graduated.
But he's earning his stripes, man. He's coming through. Whenever I ask him to be on, he's on. He does his investigative journalism. He goes out there. He gets on the hunt. He does his thing. So
right off the bat,
gotta
Jessica
appreciate
Hoffman.
him.
What's good?
Oh, Jessica Hoffman.
Always good for you showing up every week. We love to see it.
Absolutely, always coming through. Always having fun with us every single week. And cool thing about it, guys, this is the 1 hour makeup from Monday. Sorry I missed Monday. Got a new promotion at work. Work comes first, family comes
Congrats.
first. I'm so sorry. But we are doing Andrew's Hot Takes right after this. So at 7 p.m., we're going to end this stream. We'll be back on for Andrew's Hot Takes, where we're going to rip up the Royal Rumble. Andrew has a lot to talk about. He's a little sad. He's a little happy. A lot of misdirection, a lot of emotions going around. Me and Mike feel that Ronda Rousey is good for pro wrestling. Andrew and Mike Kenny feel like it's not. This is exciting. It should be an exciting 2 hours of wrestling talk at 7 p.m.
Focus. Get off the phone.
Now, not saying that ours is not going to be exciting either, Mark. We got Chris checking in. Chris going to join us real soon, so
Yep.
I'm excited, and I think that we have a lot to talk about here. AEW really has. Man, they put me in a tough position on how to feel. How do I explain it? He goes, yes, Jessica, no long time no see. AEW has put me in a position where I feel a certain kind of way right now, man. And
Yeah.
I know Chris is about to hop on with me right here. Chris,
There we go.
call us. How are you, buddy?
What's up, Rodney?
What's up, Chris?
Doing good, man. We didn't start talking about anything just yet. We're just kind of opening up, reading the comments. Everybody saying long time no see. Guys, we're trying our best. It's my fault. Work kind of getting in the way. Gotta fine tune some things, and it's a new position, so we're trying to figure some things out. But I told you guys I always make it up to you. So, like I said, 1 hour with us right here. You always got us on Monday, but you're gonna have us again at 7 p.m. for Andrew's Hot Takes. We'll be joining him there as well, talking about all things WWE, because he's in a weird place right now, Chris. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well, that Royal Rumble should have been called Old Timers Day.
Yeah, and I think that somebody's taking the brunt of the blame, and I don't think it's all his fault. To be honest with you, there's a lot was wrong other than just that. But we're gonna get into it at 7 p.m.
I edited my name.
Oh, Mark Jobber Ray. Yes, he's upgraded to Jobber now, Chris. He's no longer a special guest. He's a jobber. So now he's working through the ranks.
Jobber Red.
I would say now with Jobber. So now you're gonna have to take some lumps, brother. You gotta take some lumps. You want to join this family. But at this point, where are we standing with AEW? All right, we had Beach Break.
Yeah.
Much of a beach break. I have many issues with this.
It's fucking snowing
special show
in Cleveland.
Dude, not only they really stuck with the theme. They had surfboards on the stage. They were in Cleveland. Was it supposed to be a wink joke? I mean, or were they serious?
Well, Chris, they were insulting my intelligence the whole night. You know, we get on many companies about insulting people's intelligence on national television. But this company found a way to do it perfectly, and on top of that, do it with some of the worst possible people that we don't want to see put in these situations. So let's kick it off, right? Sammy Guevara Cody Rhodes. We had this weird, confusing promo for this match by Cody a week ago, or 2 weeks ago, and then we come out and we get a ladder match. Not gonna hate on a ladder match to start a show. This is AEW's MO. They like to start their shows off hot. Give me a ladder match to kick off. Why not? A lot of high spots in this match. Just spot monkey fest 101. And I really wished I got a little bit more wrestling, but all I got was a lot of high moments, a lot of big moments.
Yeah.
It's really gonna jump people out of their seat. It's a ladder match, guys. It's more than just that to it.
Their ladders don't break.
Yeah, and that, like, you gotta be able to do something else inside the match to make it entertaining. We talk about classic ladder matches all the time. There's many down the road that you can take note of. I'm not saying it was the worst match ever, and it wasn't a bad match. It just felt like it was just lacking a little bit more wrestling substance. Yeah, I'm nitpicking a little bit, but that's my opinion. I would love to hear yours, guys. Well, whoever would like to go first and talk about the Cody Rhodes, Sammy Guevara ladder match, beach break, kick it off. Take your pick.
Well, it's like you said, but the outcome I'll deal with. I like the outcome. I didn't want, if they ran it back to Cody Rhodes, that would have not been good. But the outcome I'll take. But yeah, what are you gonna do? They're trying to do too much sometimes in the spots. Ladders don't break when it's supposed to. Tables don't break when it's supposed to. So was what it was. I'm just glad that the outcome was what it was, because I didn't want to see. Cody's got to really. I don't know what's going on with the whole thing. Obviously, that contract dispute is a ruse, but it just made no sense to take it off of Guevara and then give it back to him when he couldn't show up, and then ultimately give it back to him again. Should have just kept it on him and kept Cody out of it. I think Sammy would have been better off not even dealing with Cody again.
And that's what I wanted to elaborate on. That match did not need to happen. Why did we have to take the belt off of Sammy just to put it back on him? Let me tell you how little of a fuck Sammy gave about this match. Sammy was in fucking Brazil with Ty, visiting Ty's family a week before this match went on, and literally came back like maybe 2 days before the match was supposed to happen. That's how little of a fuck Sammy gave about this match. He was in fucking Brazil enjoying himself, shot a fucking promo in Brazil that got aired, obviously, during the fucking commercial break. It was in a picture-in-picture, but still, he shot a fucking cue card promo over there while he was in Brazil in the hotel enjoying himself. So, like, that's like, Sammy already knew the outcome of the match. He obviously knew that he was going to win. So, he obviously, I'm not saying Sammy didn't put on a hell of a fucking performance. He really did. That was probably one of the best performances out of Sammy Guevara I've ever seen. But I digress. Like I said, the match itself didn't need to happen. It really didn't. It was a good match. Yeah, it was a good match, but it didn't need to happen. Why does Cody need more airtime on AEW when the guy gets so much fucking airtime on live TV in general? Let me tell you how cocky this motherfucker is. Last night, he had a contestant on the Go Big show, and the guy came out. He was supposedly been in indie wrestling for over 20 years, doing dumb shit. Came out with one of the worst gigs I've ever seen in my life. Literally, all he did was jump off a ladder into a table full of thumbtacks. That's what he did. Cody gave him a fucking 2 rating. But at the end of it, Cody was like, I see something in you. You clearly have a passion for wrestling. Don't do that dumb shit. I'm going to bring you on AEW Dark. That's how fucking cocky Cody is. And I hate that shit about Cody.
I can tell.
Between
I think that's a world record.
Him and Brandy running her mouth last night.
But that's part of the shtick. I mean, you're talking, you're crossing entertainment. Obviously, there's an agreement with the show, and him being on a network game show is really have nothing to do with his time on the AEW shows. It's just it didn't make sense from taking it off of Sammy and then bringing it back to him ultimately only a few weeks later. And this was just icing, like icing on the cake, just to finish up the story.
But it's almost a joke, man. It like literally is like insulting my intelligence. Like why?
So let me. I'm gonna try to decode or break down this. So you feel that Cody's personality as the television wrestler and personality is just the same Cody Rhodes that you're getting on national television on the show with him and his wife and on the game show, and you feel like that's a parallel.
He has a bit of a parallel with it, but at the same time, it's like he's trying to do too much at once. Like decide what the fuck you want to do. Do you want to be, with Tony Khan, doing the bookings, leading the show, or do you want to be out there wrestling and performing and taking title shots? Like, what the fuck do you want to do? Why are you can't, it's just like what Shane McMahon tried to do when he tried to wrestle and also be management at the same time. You can't have both. It's either one or the other.
Well,
because when you start doing shit, I'm sorry to cut you off, Roddy.
No, God,
when you start to do shit from, when you start to take shit from like, how do I say it? It's like micromanaging. It's just like micromanaging. When you start to go from standard operating procedures and you deter and you micromanage and start to change shit and make it your own and make it work for you, that's when shit starts to get out of hand. That's when shit starts to look stupid, and that's when you start to fuck things up. Because now you're trying to be a manager, but at the same time, you're trying to do other shit that you're not supposed to be doing. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I got you. I know you're passionate about it, and I know that you're kind of fed up at this point, and I got you. I understand. These are things I've said about Cody a long time now. For a long time now. What do you want to do? What's your role here? That's why I call him the tryhard.
Exactly.
He's a tryhard. He wants to do everything. He wants to try everything. He wants to be a standout guy and be in the public eye so much that you're chasing it feels like he's chasing a ghost.
Yeah.
Like you can't continue to chase that image. What do you want to be? Do you want to be the wrestling promoter, owner, president of a company, spokesperson for a wrestling promotion? Then that's cool. That's great. You want to be a great performer in the ring, not knocking your performance in the ring. You are a good performer. But it seems like the stick and the character is still a little bit up in the air and confusing, where we don't know exactly which direction he's going. He's just playing off of whatever the crowd gives him. Mm-hmm. And that's completely fine. But this goes to show you where I feel that people don't know what they want. So it's now conflicting into his character a little bit because he doesn't know what he wants. So when you play off the crowd too much and they don't know what they want, how can you really figure out what you want to do with this character if you're feeding off of people that don't know what they want? It's difficult.
Just to sum it up, it was bad booking.
It
was bad booking from when they took it off of Guevara, and hopefully they'll lead to some good booking for Guevara.
Yeah,
and not for nothing, but I'm not turning down a vacation with Ty Conti in Brazil. I don't care what I got coming up.
I don't think
I'm going.
I don't think anybody would, but
I'm going.
Kudos to Sammy
Guevara. Is really funny.
Kudos to Sammy Guevara.
Kudos to Sammy Guevara. Shout out to him, man. 22 minutes and 59 seconds. Could have went 23. Come on, one more second, guys. Could have hit the 23 mark. But look, hey. Good match nonetheless. I love the outcome. I think this helps Cody. Not help Cody, it helps Sammy. Where do we go with Cody? We don't know.
Don't care.
At this point, don't know, don't care. Move me on to Sammy Guevara because that's the most important part to this.
Yes.
We already said it 2 weeks ago. This wasn't needed. The promo proved it wasn't needed. Felt like it was rushed. It was bad booking. They tried to make something stick. It wasn't sticking.
Yeah, even Sammy Guevara has said it within the promo that it really wasn't like something that was needed.
Nope. Yeah, Warlow taking on Sean Spears. This was, come on, Sean Spears, Elijah Dean, James Alexander. Look, man, Warlow is Warlow. What more can I say?
Yeah.
What more can I say? This guy is ready. He's primed. He's ready. I don't have to sing his sentiments every single week. He's ready to go. He's ready to do big things. It's about this company willing to take the step with him and make him do big things. I'm hoping, I'm praying that we go that route because he's ready. He's ready, man.
Hey, Rodney, are we getting into both Dynamites today, or are we going to save the other one for Monday?
You think we're gonna have enough time to squeeze it?
If we can get to the 30-minute mark.
I'm saying, what do you want? You want to do the bullet points of these shows because we got 2 shows to go through.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not breaking down. I'm not breaking down all the next thing.
I'm just saying, I don't know, because I'm still finishing up MJF right now. But I don't know if we're going to save that for Monday or we're going to get into all that tonight.
Save MJF. We might be able to get into some promo portions of Dynamite last night, but not as far as full breakdown of it. We can focus on Beach Break because Beach Break kind of set up this coming week. I know we're behind, guys. We're trying to figure it out. Sorry, but there was a part to this that I thought was really, really important because as you see the Inner Circle start to have that moment with Jericho, where Chris, is he on tour yet? Is he going on tour? What's the deal?
I haven't read anything. I know that the tour was previous. He had that tour where he got sick on back in was that October?
Yeah,
and then he couldn't perform. But I don't know if there's another one scheduled.
I'm very confused because I thought he was going away for a while, which he did, but I thought he was going on another tour. So I'm thinking that this whole Inner Circle turmoil, as we can see it starting to build, is leading to him stepping away, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think he needs a break from wrestling.
I really like.
I don't think he needs a break. I mean, from the ring, yeah, but you could still have him as part of.
Oh, he can still be there, yeah. Commentating, doing what he does.
I like Rockstar Chris Jericho. I don't mind Rockstar Chris Jericho. I think it's a lot of fun. I heard good things. I think he found something that he secondarily can step into post wrestling. This is good for him. I want to see him successful at it.
And his music's dope. Fozzie's good,
man. Fozzie ain't bad. He ain't bad. It was terrible music. I would have told him, forget it. I was like, quit while you're ahead. But it's good music. It's solid stuff.
He's got something. He's definitely got something.
He does. Guys, lights out. I'm gonna skip over a women's match. It really doesn't hold no value. Lights out, I think we can elaborate on. Chris, I'm gonna come out and say it. This company figured out a way for me not to give 2 flies smashed about Adam Cole.
I'm going to give you my issue with it and I'll let you guys go. My issue with the match was that ridiculous ending of Adam Cole attempting to get out of the hold on that high spot. I mean, it looked ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That the way he was trying to shimmy out of Orange Cassidy's clutches. That was terrible. And the promo on the beach, was that a beach in Cleveland? He had his leather jacket on and his wrestling tights on the beach. Nothing. Listen, if that's your ring attire, fine. But don't be cutting promos dressed like that on the beach. Look like some creepy ass old man.
You're looking weird. Just looking
weird. Like your weird uncle showing up at the beach.
Yo, you have no Nikes and no jeans around,
with
brother?
the Speedo on, man.
He's always wearing jeans.
You could throw some jeans on, brother.
So I agree to a point now. They've been a little all over the map with Adam Cole. I still care, but they got to send you in the right direction. You got to take care of the elite issue first. Is he going to go with Fish and O'Reilly? Get that over with already. I know our friend Anthony loves slow builds and he loves the stories, but just as the MJF, for example, CM Punk. It's almost 2 months with that story. So I just need shit wrapped up a little quicker. And yeah, if that match was any good, the spot at the end just killed it.
Yeah.
Look,
Done.
I'm trying to give it a chance with Adam Cole. I really am. I'm trying to let it slow build. I'm trying to let it marinate. He just got there. Things are gonna take a little time. But you brought over 2 of his boys. You did all of these things. The moves were made.
Yeah.
Oh, Rodney Runjan asked, did you get his text?
Yes, I did get your text. I can't look at the picture just yet, Runjan, but I will. The issue I'm having is I'm used to seeing Adam Cole as the leader, face of a brand, head honcho.
I'm not used to seeing Adam Cole looking like a mid-carder.
My man. First of all, my man looked like he hasn't seen a Bowflex or a bench press in a couple of days. He looks slightly out of shape. He looked like he's still trying to get it together. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it just don't fit right to me. You got him in this feud. No disrespect to Orange Cassidy, but Adam Cole, you're not on Adam Cole's level. There is no way in hell I can put you in a match with Adam Cole that's called Lights Out, and it was probably the most terrible Lights Out match I've ever seen in my entire life. There's nothing lights out about this. There was nothing, and please, can we stop? Every time you have a no-holds barred match or a false count anywhere match, can we stop calling it a lights out match? That was a specialty match used in certain situations. Not every single match is a lights out match. Every time somebody wants to use weapons or toys, it's lights out.
Well, right, the Thunder Rosa match was lights out match, right?
Yeah. You see how crazy that got.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that match didn't go into the hallways and shit like that.
No.
So you know me, Rodney. I can't stand wrestling by the popcorn machines.
Yeah, no.
Just keep the shit near the ring. You can have it on the outside of the ring. I don't care, but keep it in the arena. I don't even like when they go up the fucking ramp with the fans, with the stairs, the fans.
You can't see shit. Fans jumping all over, touching all. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, good.
No, it got me to the point where I'm like, why do I care? Why do I care if you're not going to do nothing with that? You got Bobby Fish that came in. You got Colorado that came in. You have the leader of the pack that's sitting right here. What are we doing?
Yeah.
We let him get beat by Orange Cassidy because he can't get out of a hug? My man was hugging him.
It was a hug.
You meaning to tell me Orange Cassidy got super grip?
Was it supposed to be a hug? Like, I want to know if that was supposed to be what it was.
Orange Cassidy got stickum on his hands, Chris. He couldn't get away.
Like, as I'm watching it, did they push the Orange Cassidy laziness, which gets old after a while?
Yeah.
To that, is that what they did?
I think it was
my lazy hold, and Adam Cole can't get out of it.
I think it was more of a combination of that and the hug with the best friends.
Yeah,
if that's what they did, then you're pushing it into cartoon territory. It's cartoonish.
Yeah. And this is everything that I didn't want in this company. Leave the cartoon funny nonsense for the company on the other side. That's why we watch you. You're the alternative, right? You give me alternative content. I don't watch that for that. I watch this because you give me pro wrestling. You give me actual holds. You give me moves. You give me chain wrestling. You give me sequences, frames. You give me all of it. That's why I watch you. If I want to watch hokey nonsense, I'll watch Monday Night Raw.
Pretty much.
But it's Wednesday night and the Dynamite's on and I want to watch pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So when we got my question is, if Adam Cole was how long is this gonna go? Because I'm really gonna start to just get it was a waste of time going there for him.
Well, based on you're correct. He needs to get. He's going into the Sami Zayn territory as far as physical fitness. Now, Rodney, you know my feelings on Sami Zayn. So, yeah, get yourself the Bowflex out and rip up a little because he's looking. He's a smaller guy anyway, but he's looking a little
thick.
fresh. Like,
he's looking
no,
frail up top, but thick low.
you
It's
can't be
weird.
the skinny guy with like flap.
Yeah, he's
Like, you
flabby.
got to have that all tight.
Like, what's going on? It looks weird. I was, his body is disproportionate. I was like, yo, his legs are thick as hell, but his body is all flabby. What happened, man? You didn't know.
Yeah, he was never the biggest dude in the world, but he was tight. Now he's looking a little.
Yeah.
He was shredded at one point.
Yeah,
He's enjoying himself.
Look, well, you have a beautiful girl all by your side. I'm pretty sure she ain't complaining, you know. But at this point in your wrestling career, you came here to do big things because that other company offered you absolute dog crap. I don't want to see you fall in the line of doing dog crap.
Well, again, yeah, you go into bad booking. Maybe they should have been, Adam Cole wrestling for the TNT title, not Cody Rhodes at this point.
Why not Adam Cole, Sammy Guevara ladder match at Beach Break would have been a phenomenal match. I think both of them could have destroyed, could have killed. Not saying Cody's not. Once again, we're not saying Cody's not a good wrestler. What we're saying is there was other opportunities for others other than Cody.
Yeah,
that's all we're saying. And Orange Cassidy is not on Adam Cole's level. I know the marks out there love Orange Cassidy. He's so funny. All that. Yeah, it's funny at times. It's fun. I get it. But it gets old when you're in there with actual elite, no pun intended, wrestling. That's an elite wrestler in there. That's a world champion in there. That's a face of a company in there. Orange Cassidy ain't no face of no company. I'm not putting him on the marquee.
Nah.
He ain't putting asses in seats. I asked Orange Cassidy, can he sell out AT&T Stadium? He can't. Adam Cole.
Let me ask you guys this: is Danhausen any good?
Look, I'm done about Dan for a little while. He's funny. Dan is hilarious.
He's funny, but when it comes to wrestling,
he don't got it, man.
He don't got
it. He's no good.
He ain't.
That's what I figured. He's all shtick.
He's more of a gimmick style wrestler. Yeah.
He's sticky.
He's Orange
It's just
Cassidy.
like Orange Cassidy. It's literally just like Orange Cassidy.
Is
you
want
to watch a stupid ass match? Put him up against Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
And you'll see the dumbest match of your life.
That's what I figured.
But he has clout.
I wanted to make sure because now apparently, he'll be a new member of the Best Friends, whatever that group is called.
But as far as Adam Cole goes, if they don't start making serious moves with Adam Cole soon, it's going to be to the point where I'm going to start saying to myself, Adam Cole needs to pull away from AEW now.
Where does he go?
Impact.
He's not pulling away. Listen, he's on the contract. He's on a big fat contract. He ain't going nowhere. They're obviously
there's nowhere to go.
He's on TV. They just need to do better stuff with him.
Yes, I don't want to see him fall into the same things that he possibly could have been doing in WWE. I don't want to see you do that, man.
I don't want to see him fall in the same situation that Brian Cage fell into.
Oh, no. I think Brian Cage was a little further gone than Adam Cole it was. I think there was a lot of turmoil there, a lot of bad blood. That relationship didn't end properly. Adam Cole got love for a lot of those guys in the back, and the Young Bucks and him are very close. I don't see them. Somebody's going to vouch for him and stand up and say, hey, man, we got to put him in a better position.
Listen, I think Adam Cole is in great standing with Tony Khan and everybody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think they feel that this is a good spot for him. I feel that what we're seeing behind the scenes, they're saying, thumbs up, this is a great spot for Adam Cole. That's the problem.
Yes.
I don't think Adam Cole is disagreeing. I think they're all happy as pigs in shit right now. And this is what we're getting.
But we also got to remember who we're talking about, Chris. We're talking about an owner that lives for the moment and lives for that one moment. I got the hottest free agent on the planet. What about the long-term situation? Do you know, what about 2 months from now? What are you going to do with this hottest wrestler free agent? What are you going to do with him?
Oh, I agree.
He lives for the moment. So for the moment, it was hot to get Adam Cole and Brian Cage and Brian Danielson. Look, hey, but you're doing great things with Brian Danielson. You're about to put him into an elevation where we, as fans, can only dream of.
Oh, I want to see this faction with him and Mox.
Oh man,
this is gonna be crazy, bro.
I was quite intrigued with that promo last night.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, Brian's work right now is just grade A. He's
Yeah.
Wagyu beef.
And
man.
I already seen the poster for the faction. It looks great. I like it.
I like.
Listen, they're friends. They're good friends outside of the ring, and it could have been the predictable, let them two fight. The swerve that it took, I was very intrigued with it. I'm looking forward to seeing, and the wrestlers that he mentioned specific dudes, as if he wants to work with, which they're all guys that we think have a lot of talent, but they could use that extra step, and those two will give it to them.
That's right, and Chris, I think you hit the nail right on the head. When you mention guys that we personally have been saying, "Hey, man, give that guy a look. He got the goods."
See if I can find it.
Go give that guy a look. He can go over there. Well, we look at these situations as, well, here we go. We can just set them up in a match between each other. No. Hold on a second. This is where I will approve of a faction. I wouldn't mind seeing that. When's the last time we seen something like that? Of that dynamic?
I don't know.
Come on. That's something that I'm intrigued to see.
Long time.
Yeah. We haven't seen
and not a one-off either.
No, we haven't seen a dynamic of that magnitude before. Not in a while. Well, I won't say before, but not in a while. Not in a while. We haven't seen that. And
no, I think
I don't know what level to compare it to because I'm off the top of my head right now, but that can be damning. I can tell you right now, it can be really, really fun, and I will approve. Once again, not everybody needs a buddy, but here we go.
But if you do it right, then
I can't complain, man. And if you do it right, I can't complain. And if you're doing it when it's something I want to see, something I want to see, man, I'll pay I'll pay to see them. Why not? That's how I think wrestling fans need to just get out your own world and pay attention. This is the questions you should ask yourself. Will you pay to see that? Will you spend your hard-earned money to see that? That's how I want you guys to start. For those of you listening, from now on, watch wrestling as, will I pay to watch that every week? Will you pay your cable company? Will you pay to go to the event? Will you buy a t-shirt from that person? Would you spend your hard-earned money in investing in that? Because if it's no, then you know for a fact that ain't worth your time. So if you're asking me, going back to Adam Cole and Orange Guy, I'm not paying to watch that match. No. Because I feel like there's other things that man could be doing instead of not trying to get out of bear hugs. Okay, it wasn't even a bear hug. It was literally a hug, like your grandma gives you when you go visit her. It was
embarrassing.
And then the spot coming up, everybody went crazy. Oh my God, this match is nuts. Here we go with the greatest match of all time again.
Those are prisoners of the moment, yeah.
Guys, y'all feeding right into the owner that just loves the moment, man. He loves these moments. Yeah, but man showed up at the Bulls game the other day, got zero reaction. They didn't know who the hell they were. It's a damn shame because you're just living for the moment. You're trying to play to other people now, and other people don't know who you are. This is where you're going to start pigeonholing yourself. You got to pay attention. You got to start thinking like a businessman. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a weird situation. But yeah, that's 16 minutes of that, Chris. 16 minutes of that, Mark, of that match just going all over the place. They said it's lights out. Stop calling everything a damn lights out match. Everything's lights out, guys.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned. How many unsanctioned matches?
Too many lights on match. I mean, because it was just
just leave the lights on. Yeah, just leave the lights on.
Yeah, it's too many lights on. You got too much shit going. I don't know what Danhausen was supposed to add to that.
The distraction.
Like, did he put a spell on Adam Cole, and that's why he was unable to break the hold? Is that what I mean?
Yeah, he's the distraction.
If that's what it was, I mean,
here we go. Though we dabble into voodoo. This is what we're doing.
Ring Papa Shango.
Damn, man.
But this is the part of wrestling that we hate.
I know. Just bring out the boogeyman.
At this point, we gonna hear Papa Shango, is Ultimate Warrior, gonna come out over here and start convulsing, and somebody gonna literally die on national television.
That's what's gonna happen.
Like, this is, oh my God, I can't. But I'm no disrespect to anybody, any one of these performers. Orange Cassidy, you're just not doing it for me no more, man. I'm over the gimmick. Talking about anybody that needs a gimmick change, it's you, man. It's kind of run its course.
Or who needs a few months off. I mean, either one.
Please, I need to either miss you or get rid of you. So I'm really tired of it. It's getting boring.
He's done enough where you could miss him, but he needs to be missed at this point because I knew that character would have a small shelf life. I mean, there's only so much of that shit you're gonna watch.
Yeah, man, I'm not paying to watch it. I'm not paying for it. And I'm doing wrong. It was fun at the beginning. It was fun. But when we started dipping into the mimosa match, and I'm like, okay, that was a little stupid, but all right, I'm gonna roll with it. And then we started getting. Then he got into serious matches with Pac and
he was good.
And I was like, all right, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're
chilling with Danhausen.
Yeah, come on, Danhausen. Look, all power to you, brother. You got yourself a contract. You earned it. I can't even get that. We replaced Marco Stunt with you.
Yeah, I kind of believe he earned it from podcast.
Yeah, from podcasts, indie shows.
I think that's the only thing that helped him.
He's big on the indie scene. He's huge on the indie scene.
No, I know, but recently, I think that, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm just saying.
I got you. No, sometimes when you see men with face paint on, you start to
ask questions. Yeah, not a fan.
You like quick thought. I saw something that was relative to what we've been talking about here, and we're talking about things that really kind of run its course. Chris, in your opinion, what would you say is your best Sting out of his career?
Sting?
Yes.
It's the Flat Top Sting. Flat Top Sting was, to me, the best version, but when he flipped to the Crow, it was something. He tapped into a mood and a feeling of the mid-'90s with that whole alternative generation kind of thing, and he made it work. After that, fast forward to when they closed and what he was doing on when he started doing the Joker and all that shit on TNA, that stuff. And unfortunately, there's a lot of dudes like you guys age that don't realize like what the old Sting was. They don't even realize what the Crow Sting originally was. They just know TNA. And that hurts me a little because that Sting from TNA is not the Sting I started watching. Look, that when he started doing way too much. Because again, when you're painting your face and you're doing that cartoon comic book character, there's only so far you can take it. And then you start to stretch it and do more with it, and then you end up with the Joker Sting in TNA. So my favorite version, I think the most iconic is the flat top, but I think, if you're getting to the fact that Sting needs to stop being in the ring, I mean, you're preaching to the choir, brother, because that's got to stop.
Yeah,
that's got to stop.
I've gotten to a heated debate with someone about this, and I just wanted your opinion on it because he felt that TNA Sting was the best Sting. Then somebody else said that this Sting run isn't really that bad. I was like, is this even a run?
No, it's not a run. It's
Let me ask you a question, Rodney. How old is the person that said the TNA run is the best?
They're my age, and you hit
right on the head. So there you go. They've only been exposed to the TNA version, which they saw on a weekly basis. They didn't see the other versions. Because let me tell you.
And I told them, Sting Ric Flair, just tap into the late 80s, early 90s of Sting. Just watch those Sting Ric Flair matches. Just tune in. Watch that 30 minutes. Watch that 35. The boys, me and Chris sat here and watched a full-out, damn near 45-minute match between these men. That ended in a draw. Like, it ended with no winner. And I said, damn it, I can't wait to come back next week. So that's where the point that I'm trying, the mind state of some of these guys out here who really look into this and say that's good are the same guys that's saying that those portions of the older generation like Sting, were good. No, Beach Break wasn't a good show. It had one good match on it. Who Meltzer gave a 5-star, 5 stars, by the way. That first
To
match.
what?
He gave 5 stars to that ladder match. His opinion. I'm not saying it's a 5-star match. Just you're out of your mind.
Stop with it. You know.
It's not a 5-star match in my opinion. 3.5, I'll give it. It
Tell-
was a solid ladder match, but 5 stars.
It's tough to. It's tough. Like when Sting did the changeover, he's recovering from a knee injury. So every week for almost a year, he's up in the rafters, and they just show a little more. We got the NWO building and building, taking over the whole show. And then the one light of hope is Sting up in the rafter, but you don't know what he's doing. And this went on for months and months and months because he's rehab. And all the while, it's going up against it's the Monday Night Wars. It's going up against Raw. And when the crescendo finally hit and he comes down from the rafters, and Bobby Heenan, I'll send it to you or look it up. Bobby Heenan's commentary on it is classic. And then we all know the outcome. Sting just goes nuts on the NWO. But you waited for that for a year out of necessity. So I implore anybody that says this was the TNA version is the best, go watch that. Yes. See if you can watch the archives and lead up to, or just watch the day where he went off on the NWO. But understand that was a year in the making of TV brilliance that Bischoff was in charge of, and I cannot buy anything that Sting has done as the best after WCW closed. I just can't.
No, and I agree with you. It's certain people that got to do their research, and I think this speaks to people that thought this was a good show. It wasn't a good show, in my opinion. It was a mediocre show. Didn't really need to have a special event name to it. It was just another episode.
No.
You know, it did nothing for me. It did nothing.
The Wednesday night
stupid. But all right, we got 2 more matches to talk about.
Right.
Let's go with the Red Velvet Layla Hirsch match.
No, we could go. Let's go into some of the meat. Let's get into the Mox. Let's get into some of the other stuff for this week. Okay. We went over the Moxley.
Fair enough.
The Layla Hirsch, that doesn't register.
All right, so this week we were supposed to have Jon Moxley and Brian Kendrick. Unfortunately, due to Brian Kendrick saying the shit that he said, that match did not happen. And Jon Moxley wound up going up against Wheeler Yuta.
I get it. I get why we're putting Moxley up against guys like Wheeler Yuta. Get back in the ring, want to knock some rust off a little bit, get them loosened up because we're looking to make that transition. It's a transitional period, so I'm cool with it. I have no issues. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I like the way they used it and came full circle when Bryan Danielson mentioned Wheeler Yuta as a guy they can train.
Yeah.
But to think that you were going to hire Brian Kendrick and forget about the asinine comments he made. He's Brian Kendrick. Why were you even entertaining hiring that dude to begin with? What is he bringing to your television? Like, if you needed someone for Jon Moxley to beat up on, you have a whole back area of them. Now, you know me, I've said bring in as much talent as you can bring in. But Brian Kendrick, come on.
I instantly thought of you when I didn't know about the tweets and all that stuff. I do because I'm not a Twitter hawk. I'm not looking at people's pages. I'm not keeping receipts on what people tweeted out. I don't got time. I really don't got time for that. But what I did see with all of this coming out, I instantly thought of you about you telling a story about your grandmother on this show. And I said, he is by far the only person that I personally know that has a relative that lived during that time. So for this fool, and it's just, you're just an ignorant fool. And for you to be this ignorant to the fact of what really went on in the world, just educate yourself, man. That's all I can
Yep.
say. I'm not gonna call your names. I'm not gonna stoop down to your level. Educate yourself. There's plenty of people. There's a whole damn museum that you can go to and go speak to
Yeah.
people.
You can go visit
Absolutely.
Auschwitz if you want
Yes.
and
Yeah.
go see the ovens, jackass, because
Like-
those are real and the numbers aren't skewed. And, you know, my advice to you is open your eyes and clean the shit out of your ears. And like Rodney just said, educate yourself.
Just educate yourself. Like I don't got time. We don't got time to baby you, Brian Kendry. If this is what you believe in, I love it. And Mark, you said that he tried to redact it.
Yeah, he
How
tried
did
to
he try to
redact. He tried to
deflect
redact himself. He basically, hold on, let me see. Fuck, I had it before. Did I save it? I don't think I saved it. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just jump in. Keep talking, guys. Let me just jump in the
But-
THW.
You know, my grandma, being one that was able to get out of there, she didn't tell us, the grandchildren, or anybody in the family,
Okay.
until I think I was like, we were all in our late 20s. We were all in our 20s because I had 7. She had 7 grandchildren.
So he basically, yeah.
One Christmas, she popped on us. Oh, by the way, you guys are German Jew. We never knew that. We never knew that Jewish was part of our. And we said, Grandma, why didn't you tell us? Because when I moved here, I didn't want to tell anybody because that's the way I live. So so if this jackass doesn't want to think it's real,
I can
it's
respect it.
Yeah,
So, but he basically came out and said he was like, I spread the most vile comments without thinking of the damage it would cause. I will live with the regret for the rest of my life. I am truly sorry for the pain I have caused. I apologize for all the hurt and embarrassment I have caused with my words. They are not my beliefs and never were beliefs of mine. I crossed that line. So my thing here was, if they weren't your beliefs, then why the hell did you say it? If you didn't believe it, you would have never said it. You can't redact yourself like that. There's no.
Yeah, I'd rather you stick to your guns and say, yeah, that's what I believe, because that makes you a real person. And I can disagree with your beliefs, and I can say, listen, jackass, you're wrong, because it's true. I don't, want to cancel people. If that's your belief, that's how you think, that's fine. My whole question goes back to even if you didn't do the vetting, right? And you hired a scrub. You hired a scrub. And you were going to put him on, open up your show on Dynamite, which is a pretty big spot against a pretty big wrestler in John Moxley. So that's on you, Tony Khan, for hiring a scrub. And if you can now, if I've defended the hirings, Rodney, right? But if he continues now to pull up scrubs like Brian Kendrick, I'm going to jump on the Steinberg bandwagon and say, you're becoming WWE East if you keep doing it.
I told you, prisoner of the moment. He's a moment guy. As soon as he saw Brian Kendrick ask for his release, I gotta call him. Like,
I gotta call
him. You don't. Just leave him where he is. He ain't bothering nobody. See, the scary part about it is I wouldn't have known about this if he didn't get hired and get announced for that first match. I would have never known nothing about this.
Yeah.
But
and if Brian Kendrick was some young up and comer, I get it. But he's like 40 years old. He's done.
Like, come on, man.
Come on. So I'm glad it worked out for Wheeler Yuta, and it looks like it might work out a little more for Wheeler Yuta now, because he's got some talent. He needs to get to the gym himself. Him and Adam Cole. We need to get them some passes to the gym.
Come on, man.
But
bulk up, baby. Bulk up.
I'm happy. I tried to be positive that things, and I think it worked out well for him.
Yeah, he needs something.
Yeah,
I can't put my finger on it, but he needs something.
Called an upper body, Rodney.
That is true. He needs a trainer.
They call an upper body.
He just needs a trainer.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
a little thin. Go ahead, come on.
But all right, guys, we got about 10 minutes to run through the next couple of matches. We got Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose. That was a decent match.
See, people upset, man. I saw a picture. I don't know how true it is because I'm not trying to give this no clout because I don't believe anything until I hear it from the horse's mouth. Ruby Soho seems to be frustrated with them, apparently.
Yeah.
It's all alleged because she was told one thing and is doing another in this company. She was told that she was going to get this opportunity. She was told that this was going to happen, and things are kind of not going that direction.
She's basically now in a position where she's just putting other talent over.
She's just jobbing at this point.
Yeah, she's jobbing basically,
and
it sucks.
But once again,
I didn't even finish watching that match. What was the outcome of that match? Did Ruby win?
Nyla Rose won.
Nyla Rose won. Okay, yeah.
So
I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Like she got hit with a beast bomb, got hit with a senton, and
yeah,
it was a wrap. So I'm at the point where I can't disagree with her if she's frustrated, because once again, I'm not putting her up there on the level of Adam Cole, but as a woman in the women's division, and a division that's very thin in this company, she should be up there with everybody else. Like I'm putting you on that top shelf with the Thunder Roses, the Britt Bakers, and the Jade Cargills. You need to be up there with them. She shouldn't be floating at the bottom.
Absolutely not.
I'm very concerned about the booking situation here.
Put her in a feud she could win, because she's already been. We did the routine with her trying to get the titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave him she didn't win on those, but doesn't mean she can't be in a routine where she's winning that has nothing to do with the titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she doesn't need to be a stepping stone for Nyla Rose to get the title match.
That's terrible. I felt so bad for her. I was like, damn, again, here we go.
It is what it is. Next match we had Pac and Penta versus Malachi Black and Brody King of the House of Black. This by far was my favorite match of the night. This match was great.
Can I say, like, I like the name House of Black, but they have a separate tag team name, the Kings of the Black Throne. It's a little redundant now, and I get what they did with it. They used a part of his last name and Black's last name, but I thought you were the House of Black.
Well, think about it like this: you had D-Generation X, but you had the New Age Outlaws within D-Generation X.
Okay, fair enough.
But I know what Chris is trying to say.
But that is
it's too different.
It wasn't redundant.
It just clicked me. It just clicked with me.
Yeah.
Too much Black and too much Kings going on. Separate it somehow. You could be the true Kings, and then you could be the House of Black. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. They're the House of Black, but they're the true Kings of the House of Black.
Yeah, a little too redundant for me.
A little too redundant. I got you.
Homeboy needs to put some pants on, please.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yo,
this guy with the thighs out.
My man's got them thunder thighs, bro.
This is coming from a big guy. We don't have our thighs out, brother. We don't give a damn how many tattoos you have.
You catch the mean chafe, bro.
The tattoos look worse with big thighs, brother.
Yes, and the cottage cheese. Put some fucking pants
on. And that crotch rot.
Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord.
But great match nonetheless.
That match was great.
A phenomenal match.
That match
great match nonetheless. Listen.
Malachi Black and Brody King wound up winning via the use of the Black Mist.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
So we'll see how that plays out with Penta in the coming weeks.
We got a couple of comments here before we move on. We'll speed through them. Christopher Brown goes, AEW's booking is just as bad as WWE's. Let's face it. It's getting there. I won't say it's there yet, Christopher Brown, but it's getting there. It's getting there. He goes, I took a look at it. I saw Cody emulating what Hunter was doing in NXT prior to his heart issues and refusing to admit it to himself or anyone else. And let face it, he's got an ego as massive as Hunter, and that AEW isn't like the black and gold NXT. No matter how many tweaks he makes to the product.
That's a good point.
And that's why I think the issue I have why he keeps taking digs at H is because he's just like H.
Yeah.
They might be one and the same. They share the same ego, and they
Fair
both
enough.
are egotistical. I love Triple H, but he's an egomaniac sometimes. He
At
can be an
times, yeah.
egomaniac.
But he knows what he's doing when it comes to running a company.
But he's willing to
As
put his
opposed
ego
to Cody.
aside for the greater good.
Yes.
He had to teach himself that, but he understood that, hey, I'd rather put my ego aside. These guys need it more than I do. You gotta be able to separate that, man. And that's fine. That's fine if you have an ego. Everybody has one. Runja goes, yo, what's up, guys? What's going on, Run? He said he's famous. Someone you guys are talking about. Who, the guy in the picture?
Famous.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you look at the picture yet?
The picture is a team photo from Penn State. It looks like Penn State. So who played for Penn State? Who wore number 55? I don't even know the year. That's just where the jersey show comes in. See. Now we gotta see these jerseys. Who's number 55 on Penn State? Is that Penn State? He went to high school. He looked mad familiar. I can't make this out. I'm gonna forward it to you guys. I can't make out the photo of who it is, but
let me see.
But maybe you guys can. But good pull. He said his son Paulie went to high school with him.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is. I can't tell. Let us know.
Drew said, "See you guys soon. We are making homemade pizza for dinner."
Well, bring me a slice. What are you doing? Why are you going to put it out there in the comment section?
Yeah,
Not
you gonna
share?
put it out. You ain't gonna share
What kind of
it,
shit
bro?
is that?
Come on, Andrew.
Come on, son.
Like, what's wrong with you? Why
Bring
would
your
you do
beer
that?
while
Roger.
you're at it.
There was a Paige Van Zandt sighting this Wednesday.
Yes, it was. She took time off from her internet business.
Time off.
She took time off from her internet business, came trotting down there. Trust me, the trot wasn't bad either. And she jumped at the lift, how quick she did it. Man,
yeah. And
girl strong.
Listen, that internet business ain't bad either.
No, the internet business is fine.
3 minutos.
Oh,
let's wrap up this last match. CM Punk versus MJF.
No, we got to save that for Monday.
We'll save that for Monday.
We can't give that 2 minutes.
Yeah, we can't give that one 2 minutes.
Just called because I saw the story. It's harmful what he said. It's hurtful what he said.
Brian Kendrick just has that face you want to slap.
And she said he needs to read Night by Eli Wiesel.
By Eli Wiesel. Yes. I actually had the pleasure of going to a it was something that somebody was related to Eli Wiesel, and they had a book signing and for Night, and I was in middle school, and it was amazing. When I read Night, it really put in perspective about the Holocaust and what it was about.
That book was amazing.
Schindler's List,
beginning to end. Schindler's List. Yep.
You guys haven't watched
The Diary of Anne Frank.
He hasn't watched any of this. He hasn't seen any of this.
The whole Diary of Anne Frank. Amazing.
I think he smokes peyote.
Classic.
So 1940 to 1943 never happened to him. It's a blur.
No.
It's a blink.
According to him,
never happened in American history.
That was taken out of history. It was taken out.
The fuck? What is wrong with this guy?
But yes, sir.
But gentlemen.
So, hey Rodney, are we doing the uniforms this weekend?
We could.
What are we gonna do it the day before the Super
Bowl? Remember we said, you want to do it the day before the Super Bowl?
No, I'm asking you.
I don't mind doing it the day before Super Bowl.
You tell me when you want to do it.
You know what?
I got my vintage Oiler logo.
I love that.
Look at that.
That
logo needs to be back in the NFL.
Yes, it does. Gorgeous... I was hoping the Commanders pulled the fast one and said, "How we're gonna bring it back to Oilers? We're bringing
back about shit in the bed."
Jeez, you could have made the Red Tails, the Red Wolves.
The Red Wolves is the best one.
Yeah, I was like, the Red Wolves would have been a great logo. You could have been looking crazy.
Yeah,
but the Commanders, I was like, huh? It's a bad enough Cleveland's the Guardians.
Yeah.
It's just as bad as the Guardians.
Oh, might as well name yourself the Gargoyles. Like, I don't understand.
Steinberg says should have kept football team.
At that point,
At that point, he's not wrong.
just kept the football team, or just move out of DC. Just move out of that damn city. Look, just move out of Maryland. You don't need to be there. Okay, there's other places to go.
Yeah,
places begging for a team right now. Begging.
Absolutely.
So,
Rodney, can I take us out?
Yes. Gentlemen, we have to start another program. Part 2.
Yes, we do, guys. It's been a fun hour. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about that we will pick up Monday. For myself, Chris DeCarlos, and Rodney has been Behind the Barricade. We will see you back in a few minutes for Andrew Hot Takes.
After he's done making his pizza.
After he's done making his pizza. Hopefully he's done by now.